Alright, so this one's going to be actually really quick. I just finished punching holes for the holster. And a couple reasons why I want to do this one. One, I wanted to show you because I want to brag. But the other being is I actually made a mistake. I was punching holes, I was getting really overzealous, I was getting very enthusiastic, and I was going quicker and quicker and quicker, and I actually wind up punching, instead of having my holes all flow together, I actually had just enough space that the hole didn't connect. And let me see if I can get it. You see this one right here? It's actually 2 holes. You see a little bit better on the back. Okay, now it's not going to make that much of a difference because it's going to be stitched over, it's going to be dyed, it's going to be a dark color. My piece of advice, just slow down a little bit, make sure your holes are lined up, because most people who punch holes themselves, you know, run it, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, jump to the last one, you know, so that all your holes are always lined up, which is all fine and dandy. Want to talk about these chisel punches real quick. You see I've got a 4-prong and I've got a 2-prong, and the 2-prong made for all these curves very nice, because for instance here, just at the beginning, I mean, there's no way I could have done that without making it look goofy, you know. So it really helps with these turns. So I think they make them as many as 8 chisels at a time. If you're gonna get something like that, get something smaller, 2, 3, whatever, depending on what size projects you work on normally. Always have something a little bit smaller. I like the 2 because I can still line up one hole and just turn it, and then it'll make the next hole, and it'll still all be the same distance. And that's really what you want when consistency, when you're threading is or stitching, is that the spacing's all the same, because in the first few holsters I made, the spacing was all off in all the different holes, so it kind of made for a goofy look. I mean, it still looked nice, but if real close inspection, you could still tell. The other thing I did, see, I actually did it twice here, is I used my compass to kind of gouge a little line here, and that's where this holster is going to end, right? Because I don't want too much extra space, you know. So I got some of the stuff on. I'm actually going to take this over to the bandsaw. You could do it with a razor blade or a pair of scissors. It's just a little too difficult, and I'm running out of time. Well, for today anyway, and I'm really excited, so I want to get this done today. And then I want to see if I can pull it apart, and then punch in my banding, my top holes. So I want to do that and see if that works. The other thing I haven't mentioned, but about the snap loop here, that's going to come over like this. I'm used to using the snap on like a semi-auto. You see the back piece is really high, so I'm probably going to actually cut this down a little bit. I'm going to throw some rivets in there, probably another piece of leather, make it nice and sturdy for him to, you know, hit it. And but all in all, I'm very, very happy with the way this is working out. Challenge, yes, but I couldn't ask for a better project. So I love these weird things, or these complicated things. Another thing about the little small 2-punch is now I've got an end point, right? So now this is not only going to run from here all the way down, it'll probably run here and back up into the banding, and then it'll all look like one big string. I mean, of course it won't, because that'll be like 8 feet of string in my hand at one time, but it'll look like that, and looks are everything. Well, function is too. It's pretty much 100% function, 100% look. So if it doesn't look good, most of the time people don't want it. Some people, like me, of course, I'm okay with just function over aesthetics, but I like my stuff to look nice. So, like I said, I'm going to cut y'all off again. I'm going to take this over to the bandsaw, and I'm going to cut off this excess leather, and then if I can get the glue to separate, I'm going to go ahead and punch the holes in the banding. And then I'm gonna go with with my normal life, and I have to put my hobby down, and it's very upsetting. So, all right, guys, hope y'all have been enjoying it. Stay tuned. We can't wait to see how this turns out.